A bit synchronizer regenerates at the receiver a clock waveform which is asynchronous with original clock waveform, b out of phase by 180 with original clock waveform, c out of phase by 90 with the original clock waveform, d none of the above. The correct answer is synchronous with original clock waveform. Probability of error in DPSK is less than PSK. A true, B false, C equal, D depend upon noise. The correct answer is true. 0 mean Gaussian noise of variance n is applied to a half-wave rectifier. The mean squared value of the rectified output will be A0, B n2, C n2, D n. The correct answer is N2. In radar display system, PPI stands for A pulse position indicator, B plan position indicator, C phase position indicator, D point position indicator. The correct answer is plan position indicator. In phase shift keying, the input signal is A STT A cos 0t and S2t A cos 0t, B S1t S2t A cos 0t, C S1t A cos 0t and S2t A cos 0t P2, D S1t A cos 0t and S2t A cos 0t P2. The correct answer is STT A cos 0t and S2t A cos 0t. In figure, the output Vt is A an amplitude modulated signal, B a frequency modulated signal, C a phase modulated signal, D none of the above. The correct answer is a frequency modulated signal. A circuit which cannot demodulate SSB is A balanced modulator, B product detector, C BFO, D phase discriminator. The correct answer is phase discriminator. In TV system in India, if video and if audio frequencies are A 33.4 and 28.4 MHz respectively, B 38.9 and 33.4 MHz respectively, C 43.8 and 38.9 MHz respectively, D 33.4 and 38.9 MHz respectively. The correct answer is 38.9 and 33.4 MHz respectively. In a single sideband suppressed carrier AM system, the modulation index is changed from 0 to 1. The power content of the signal A will be quarter, B will be doubled, C will increase by 50%, D will increase by 25%. The correct answer is will increase by 50%. The primary colors are A blue and green, B blue and red, C red and green, D blue red and green. The correct answer is blue red and green. The most commonly used system of modulating for telegraphy is A single tone modulation, B on-off keying, C frequency shift keying, D pulse code modulation. The correct answer is frequency shift keying. Which of the following antennas is not wideband? A Marconi, B helical, C folded dipole, D discone. The correct answer is Marconi. While AM has frequencies, FM has number of sidebands A23, B33, C35, D3 infinite. The correct answer is 3 infinite. In VHS format, diameter of head drum is about A1 m, B 20 cm, C 6 cm, D 1 cm. The correct answer is 6 cm. The correct sequence of subsystem in an FM receiver is A mixer, RF amplifier, limiter, if amplifier, discriminator, audio amplifier. B. RF amplifier mixer if amplifier limiter discriminator audio amplifier. C. RF amplifier mixer limiter discriminator if amplifier audio amplifier. D. Mixer if amplifier limiter audio amplifier discriminator. The correct answer is RF amplifier mixer if amplifier limiter discriminator audio amplifier. A wave is frequency modulated with an index of 0.1 and its frequency is multiplied by 8 times the modulation index is A. Not changed, B. Decreased 8 times, C. Increased 4 times, D. Increased 8 times. The correct answer is not changed. Short-circuited stubs are preferred to O.C stubs because O.C stubs are incapable of giving full range of reactances. B. O.C stubs are liable to radiate. C. O.C stubs are difficult to make and connect. D. None of the above. The correct answer is O.C stubs are liable to radiate. When M is the modulation frequency in frequency modulation, the modulation index is proportional to AM, B2M, C1M, D12M. The correct answer is 1M. A pre-emphasis circuit provides extra noise immunity by A. Converting the phase modulation of FM, B. Preamplifying the whole audio band, C. Amplifying the higher audio frequencies, D. Boosting the pass frequencies. The correct answer is amplifying the higher audio frequencies. The ratio for 100 amplitude modulation with identical total transmitted power MF is modulation index of FM is A. MF2, B. M2F, C. MF3, D. M3F. The correct answer is M2F. The function of a modulator is to A. Separate two frequencies, B. Extract information from the carrier, C. Amplify the audio frequency signal, D. Impress the information onto a RF carrier. The correct answer is impress the information onto a RF carrier. Which of the following radio waves are not reflected by ionosphere? A. Waves above 1 kHz, B. Waves above 1 MHz, C. Waves above 10 MHz, D. Waves above 30 MHz. The correct answer is waves above 30 MHz. Square law modulators utilize A. Linear range of VI characteristics of a diode, B. Linear range of VI characteristics of a triode, C. Non-linear region of VI dynamic characteristics of a diode, D. Non-linear region of VI dynamic characteristics of a triode. The correct answer is non-linear region of VI dynamic characteristics of a diode. Which of the following is a disadvantage of Vestigial Sideband VSB system? A. Low video frequencies are attenuated, B. Bandwidth is conserved resulting in a saving of 2 MHz per channel over DSB system, C. It results in a power boost of 2 video frequencies, D. It poses the advantages of both DSB and SSB system. The correct answer is it results in a power boost of 2 video frequencies. The maximum permissible distance between two samples of a 2 kHz signal is A. 1000 sec, B. 500 sec, C. 250 sec, D. 2000 sec. The correct answer is 250 sec. When the video signal is applied to the picture tube in a TV receiver, the strength of video signal is about A. 1000 V, B. 200 V, C. 50 V, D. 1 V. The correct answer is 50 V. In the above case, if the modulating frequency is increased to 20 kHz, the bandwidth will be A. 0.05 MHz, B. 1 MHz, C. 2 MHz, D 4 MHz. The correct answer is 2 MHz. In radar system, which of the following is called a scope? A. Deflection modulation of CRT. B. Intensity modulation of CRT. C. Computer display. D. None of the above. The correct answer is deflection modulation of CRT. In a CD, the channel separation is A 1 m, B 1.6 m, C 2.5 m, D 4 m. The correct answer is 1.6 m. The unit for luminous energy is A. lumens sec, B. lumens m2, C. lumen sec, D. lumen m. The correct answer is lumen sec. The if bandwidth of a radar receiver is inversely proportional to A. pulse interval, B. pulse width, C. PRF, D. none of the above. The correct answer is pulse width. If the radiated power of AM transmitter is 10 kW, the power in the carrier for modulation index of 0.6 is nearly A. 8.24 kW, B. 8.47 kW, C. 9.26 kW, D. 9.6 kW. The correct answer is 8.47 kW. Satellite communication uses frequencies in the range of A. 326 GHz, B. 310 MHz, C. 1050 GHz, D. 100-200 GHz. The correct answer is 326 GHz. In a channel voice coder, the outputs of 1620 Hz low-pass filters are sampled, multiplexed, and deconverted. If sampling is at 40 samples second and 3 bits sample represents each voltage sample, the bit rate is about A. 1.9 kbits sec, B. 0.95 kbits sec, C. 3.8 kbits sec, D. 7.6 kbits sec. The correct answer is 1.9 kbits sec. Super high frequency means more than 3000 MHz. A. true, B. false, C. D. The correct answer is true. Impedance inversion may be obtained with A. half-wave line, B. a short-circuited stub, C. complex impedance Z connected in series with line, D. quarter-wave line. The correct answer is quarter-wave line. Which of the following can be used to convert ppm into PWM? A. integrator, B. astable multivibrator, C. bistable multivibrator, D. monostable multivibrator. The correct answer is bistable multivibrator. For an antenna of height ht meters, the radio horizon is equal to A. 4 ht meters, B. 4 ht kilometer, C. 2.5 ht kilometer, D. 2.5 ht meters. The correct answer is 4 ht kilometer. If in a radio receiver RF signal has a frequency of 800 kHz and local oscillator that of 1000 kHz, then at the output of the mixer the frequencies found would be kHz. A. 800 to 1000, B. 200, 800, 1000, 1800, C. only 200, D. only 1800. The correct answer is only 200. In the stabilized reactance modulator AFC system, A. phase modulation is converted into amplitude modulation by the equalizer circuit. B. the discriminator frequency must not be too low or the system will fail. C. the discriminator must have a fast time constant to prevent demodulation. D. the higher discriminator frequency better the oscillator frequency stability. The correct answer is the discriminator frequency must not be too low or the system will fail. In AM, the modulation envelope has a peak value double the unmodulated carrier level when the modulation is A 25, B 33, C 50, D 100. The correct answer is 100. Which of the following is correct? FDM means frequency division multiplexing and TDM means time division multiplexing. A. FDM requires lower bandwidth but TDM has more noise immunity. B. FDM has more noise immunity and requires lower bandwidth than TDM. C. FDM requires channel synchronization while TDM has more noise immunity. D. FDM requires more multiplexing while TDM requires band pass filter. The correct answer is FDM requires channel synchronization while TDM has more noise immunity. Consider the following applications. Advantages of radar beacons. A1234, B124, C12, D234. The correct answer is 124. The signal plate of vidicon tube is coated with tin oxide. A. True, B. False, C, D. The correct answer is true. The maximum permissible distance between two samples of a 10 kHz signal. A. 100 sec, B. 50 sec, C. 10 sec, D. None. The correct answer is 50 sec. In telephone systems, load is expressed in the unit of A. Lans, B. decibels, C. bells, D. watts. The correct answer is A. lans.